What's up, guys? It's your boy Sean Hilliker. It is March 8th, 2019, and we are making moves to get the Seadoo RXT 260 out on the lake. This is a 2017 model of the Seadoo RXT 260. When I got it, it was brand spanking new. So it's coming up on 2 years. Coming this July 4th is when I got it. And it's the first oil change I have ever done on it. It only has 26 hours on this ski. So it's still fairly kind of new. It's just broken in. And it got 2 years of use, and I think it's about time to get the first real oil change on this pup. And man, does she look good. She's been in storage for like the past 5 months in my garage, winterized and everything. But we're gonna go ahead and get this oil change. So tomorrow hopefully, it is Friday today, hopefully tomorrow after work on Saturday, it is March, so it's pretty early in the damn season to go on the lake here. It's pretty cold, but right now tomorrow it's supposed to be 78 degrees. Cloudy, not sunny, but it won't be raining. So hopefully we can get this thing out tomorrow. And that's my plan. I'm gonna get it all ready, unwinterize it, get it ready for the season. Probably be wearing my wetsuit because the lake will probably be in the 60s to 50 degrees water on the lake. So let's see if we can get it out and get this thing changed, oil changed, and get it out on the lake tomorrow. Okay guys, so I just opened it up, pulled the dipstick off, and slid the pump that I got off of Amazon. It kind of all came in together like a Seadoo oil change package. It was kind of pricey with all the oil and stuff, but yes, got the pump pumping. You pump it up and it's pressurized, so don't think people just automatically start sucking. This pump actually just pressurizes or creates a negative atmosphere inside the sphere, and which causes it to pull oil out from the engine, and you actually slide the hose down the dipstick hole and you kind of go all the way down and you back it off about a quarter of an inch, half an inch, and you just kind of wait. And it's kind of a slow process. I think really it depends on how the viscosity of the oil is. The longer I think you let it run, heat up, it'd be a little quicker. I didn't run it that long. I only ran it for like 30 seconds to a minute at most. So I think the oil was still kind of cool, so the viscosity is a little thick. But yes. Over here, again in that package, it came with spark plugs and GKs, just very generic spark plugs. We're gonna go ahead and exchange all 3 of them. I only have about 26 hours on the ski, so not that much. I mean, I know Seadoo recommends like 100 hours to change everything, but since this is the first oil change, we're just gonna play it safe and just do it at 26. Gotta get everything, and the oil filter again in the package. Everything's really priced, you don't really have to really look anything up. Like I said earlier, next time around I'll probably just go ahead and source all these parts out myself. O-rings for the oil filter. You pull out the cap, and you'll need a E-Torque 10 E10 socket. So like it's a little star, so like the T10s, but this is like the external, so the opposite. So you get the oil cap off. So you'll need that tool as at most. And now we're just waiting to get all the oil out. Okay. So about 10 minutes of letting the fuel coming out with pressure, very thick viscosity. It's starting now to get air in it, so it's almost done. Yeah, even after 26 hours, I don't know if y'all can see it, there's a lot of minerals or metal shavings in the oil, so that's pretty good that we've gone ahead and just changed it after 26 hours on the motor. So once we did that, we'll put the little dipstick back in, and then we'll go ahead and go towards the oil filter, and that's where it is right there, and that's where your E10 socket will come in handy to pull that filter housing out. Okay, so once you get the filter and the housing out, it's gonna be messy, so I would recommend actually having a plastic bag right next to it ready to go, because that container is still full of oil, and you don't want to be dripping all over the place. So we literally just had it kind of drain for like 10 seconds and literally had a bag right next to it and just transferred it over, and it's kind of what it looks like. It's really much just a rod bolt, and then there's the filter. You could just hold on to the cap and just pull through the bag, and the filter just literally pops off. So I'll just go ahead and put the new filter on and just slide the whole thing back in, the housing, and tighten it up. And we'll go ahead and change these O-rings out too. They came in the package. So you want to remove these connections to the spark plugs. So it's 3 cylinders, you got to remove 3 of them. Go ahead and disconnect the wires. I kind of left the wires on the first 2. A little weird, awkward pulling it all the way out, but it just takes a little bit of medium pull and just pull straight out. But you will need a 16 millimeter socket to get in there and get the spark plugs out. And once you do that, you're gonna need a long magnet pin. And I actually went ahead and picked up a magnet pin from Harbor Freight. That's where I got the E10 torque socket too. Super cheap, like $2. Super cheap tools at Harbor Freight to get the job done. And once you get it out, just pop in the new ones. But looking at the existing spark plugs, I don't really see any issues with them. They look pretty good condition, all 3 of them. So just go ahead and replace them since we have it already. New parts, and make sure this thing's running properly, and hopefully it doesn't have to change oil for another 2 years or so. Since I've owned this jet ski for 2 years, this will be coming up in the 3rd summer, but the completion of the 2nd year by July 4th. Okay, just filled it up with oil, got the filter on, spark plugs in, and filled it up, and used the 5W40 that came in the whole oil change kit. Like again, like I said earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and next time get like AMSOIL or Mobil 1. It's hard to believe that an XPS Seadoo has their own oil and it's gonna outperform Mobil 1. I'm usually a Mobil 1 guy on all my bikes. Mobil 1, truck Mobil 1, and I'll slowly switch to this one Mobil 1 next time. Kind of just got like a starter pack for the oil change. So I just would have everything when the first time changing it. But yeah, it doesn't. I couldn't really find anywhere how much oil you need, and this thing doesn't really have a gauge. So I would say it used about 3/4 of this 4-quart. So about 3 quarts of oil. Just kind of looked at the dipsticks beforehand. It was on the high side of the measurement, so I kind of just put it in the back in the same area, and used about 3/4 of the bottle. So, and I'll close it all up and start it up and let it run for a minute. Just gonna get everything lubricated again, and hopefully if the weather's good tomorrow. It is March, early March, and it's supposed to be cold, but tomorrow is supposed to be 78, so we'll see if we'll get to run this baby tomorrow. So I did kind of pull an amateur move on this first oil change. I went on Amazon and actually got the little oil filter oil change kit that you got. You paid like $100, and you get the little canister, the pump, the oil filter, the oil 10W40, and the O-rings, and kind of amateur move, but this is the first oil change, so I just went ahead and got that, and it included a lot of pieces that probably be pretty useful for the future. But after this first oil change, I'll probably go ahead and switch to Mobil 1 or AMSOIL with the same oil weight, so it's probably a lot cheaper and a lot more be local. I don't have to order online and get the Seadoo brand, which is, I mean, it says XPS on it, which I doubt that Seadoo has a better oil than Mobil 1. So we'll go that route next time. If you like this video, like and subscribe to my channel and comment down below if you have any more questions. And hopefully tomorrow we'll get the jet ski, the Seadoo RXT 260 supercharged out on the leg. And this is the first move of the season for 2019. Let's go.